consider becoming a jungle main in Season 5, so thank you whoever suggested this. But also, if it doesn't get, with me just playing that song, if it doesn't get copyrighted, I'll put the VOD of this on YouTube actually, so you guys can go take a look at it again if you want. That is, if it doesn't get muted and stuff like that. I think that'll be pretty good. Alright, so Evelyn. Base armor increased, and she doesn't gain as much per level, but that is a huge increase. That's about just shy of 4 armor increase, so I always thought she took a lot of damage level 1, so that'll... I like that. I used to main Eve, I like that. What up, Stripes? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, Fiora. I'm not going to bother reading all of this stuff, I'm just going to read what the changes are. So her ultimate saw a huge damage reduction. 35 at rank 1, 75 at rank 2, and 115 at rank 3. That's a lot of damage off. Sort of fixed a bug. That doesn't sound too convincing, right? Where her ultimate AD ratio was displaying as 1.2 when it was actually 1.15. I guess that wasn't really a huge game-breaking bug. And the ratio was taken down from 1.2 to 0.9. Same target damage is up to 40%. I still think that's a pretty damn big nerf. So we'll see how that affects Fiora. Honestly, I don't know because I don't play her too much, but that sounds like a huge nerf to me. Gnar. Base health regen was destroyed, thank God. Taken from 5 to 2.125. That's huge. So now it's not going to be as big as a bully, or he'll finally feel some trades instead of just always winning every trade no matter what. And his passive Rage Gene, the speed up was, I think, increased in the mini Gnar. If I read that right, yeah. Okay, so he's faster in mini Gnar, which pisses me off. I already thought he was fast enough. Mini Gnar attack speed. Yada yada. Doesn't really matter. This is all just growth stats, which I'm assuming is per level. So they didn't say they like changed anything of that. His Q damage got hit up a lot off of that, but it scales better with attack damage. So base damage taken down scales a little bit better, so that means he's going to be a little weaker in lane and a little bit stronger into the later game here if he builds AD. If you're building tank now, you're just going to be doing less damage overall. Sorry, off topic. Watched a comic. Yeah, I've watched every episode. Awesome anime. But back to this. Okay, that's in mini Gnar form. His boomerang throw. His boulder toss in Mega Gnar. That damage got hit up a lot. Barely scales better with AD. So overall, his damage is going to go down unless you build straight AD, which you shouldn't because that's stupid. So Gnar's just doing less damage on his Q. His W, base damage got hit up pretty hard here at low levels. About a, what is that? 60% decrease level 1, and then you're seeing a 33% decrease level 2, so just his overall early laning phase seems pretty bad here, or nerfed. I don't know if it's going to be bad. But the damage to monsters got increased, okay. But yeah, so his W just overall is way weaker, so Gnar is looking pretty weak right now. W in Mega Gnar form, the damage got increased at lower levels and decreased at max rank. Wait. Yeah. So increased for the first 3 levels, same. Oh, it's the cooldown. I can't even, I'm dyslexic, dude. So cooldown got increased in that. Okay, so he can't stun you as much early on in the lane with that W there. Heimerdinger, Base health regen up from 9 to 11. That's so much regen, damn. And he gains more health regen per level now than he would have before. That's absolutely ridiculous. He's going to be having crazy. Passive removed. Hammer is no longer affected by his own passive, so he... Okay. So it's like the same thing. They take out his passive, but give him this extra regen. So he's pretty much the same thing. They just try to make it seem like they changed him. Katarina, her cooldown is increased by, holy moly, 33% at rank 1. A little bit at rank 2, and then it's the same at rank 3. So that is a huge... I mean, obviously her passive will take that off if you get kills or assists, but that is a huge nerf. And then the damage got reduced a lot, too. Damn. These are... I don't see any reasoning for this nerf. Katarina wasn't, like, destroying everyone everywhere. That is a huge nerf to early game Katarina, so it might be harder for you to snowball on Kat, just because you're not going to have the damage there. Kha'Zix's cooldown on your W is upped by 2 seconds. That's not terrible for him, but still 2 seconds, you know, that's quite a bit. 50%, not 33%. Am I retarded? It got increased 50%, yeah. Okay, I was doing it 90 to 60. I did it the wrong way. I'm retarded. Confirmed. Lee Sin. Base armor reduced by 2. Base health regen reduced by 2 as well. So just weaker a little in the early. It'll affect him a little bit in his first clear. Maybe won't make him as potent level 3. Alright, Randus. Cooldown, it was 10 at all ranks, and now it scales down to 10. So, again, that's huge for his early game pressure. That's going to be 6 seconds longer at rank 1. That's huge. And normally you don't max Q as well, so you're going to keep it at 16-second cooldown for quite a while. Armor Shred is reduced by 5 at every rank on his E. That's huge as well. So his ganks aren't going to be as potent, and they're not going to come as frequently with that. Scion, piece of crap champion. Health regen nerfed a little bit there per level. Passive, don't really know what that means, honestly. But it looks like it was health decay. I don't even know what that means, but it looks like it's a nerf. Maybe that's a buff on his passive, but still, his passive's really bad, so nothing there. Sona, alright. Her Q scales a little less, took off 0.05 on the ability power scaling there. You won't notice that at all. Her W, missing health ratio, it was 1% healing increase per 1% health missing. Now it's 5% per 1%, so that got nerfed in half. Wasn't a huge deal, but she can spam it, so now it won't just be, you know, full health off of 5 spells, it'll be 6 now, or something like that. So it's not that bad. Soraka Flocka, base attack damage taken down 6. Her cast range of her W increased by 100. That is a lot of range increased. And I already thought Soraka was OP. But here's a huge kicker. Cooldown on her E is increased by, let me get this right now, 33%. There we go, at level 1. That's huge. I mean, that instant silence just offered crazy trading potential for Soraka. And still at max rank, it is 2 seconds longer, so that is really, really huge. So she just won't be able to aggressively trade as well, I guess we could say, with her E. Alright, Wick. Not going to read the whole paragraph. His ult increased 20 seconds at rank 1 and 10 seconds rank 2, same at rank 3. Again, His level 6 pressure, it's not going to be as crazy of a power spike because it's going to be a little longer of an ult cooldown. So I could see him getting pretty bullied once his ult is on cooldown here. It's going to be really, really useless with those. 20 seconds is a lot of time. Like, I don't know if you guys realize that, but you can do a lot of stuff in 20 seconds here. It's the end of the world, leagues down. Alright, yeah, I mean, he's still probably going to be pretty strong, but his level 6 definitely is not as threatening. Obviously, like, all of his damage is still there, but he can just continually, you know, go to lane, ult, go back, and pretty much go back there and have his ult up again and just keep camping that lane. There's going to be a lot more farming in between, I would say, on Warwick after he hits 6. Alright, mass texture rebalance, whatever. You know, we'll see it in the game. Nothing for me to really talk about there. Early game kill and assist bonuses. With the above growth stat changes to address snowball advantages, we decided to revert unpopular early game gold reductions we made in 2014 preseason. Just try to not feed to kill Solution before the landing phase even begins. So kill gold, it was 75% base reward for 2 minutes, scaling up to 100% at 4 minutes. Now it's just 100% at all times. So that early first blood is gonna matter again. Instead of, you know, getting invaded, giving up first blood, it wasn't always the end of the world. Now they're getting full value for that kill, so you might have to pay a little more attention level 1. Assist bonus, it was 50% of the kill reward, now it's 25% until a minute and a half, then it increases 0.2% for, what is that, 3.5 minutes to 50% at 5 minutes. So assists you don't get as much, but that'll scale back up to normal at 5 minutes. Fountain regen, so you got 8.5% of max health and mana per second. Now it's 2.1 per quarter second, so overall it goes to 8.4 instead of 8.5 per second. So you get less per second, but you heal at a faster rate. So if you're needing a quick heal, I'm assuming that's going to be better for you because it's going to look like your bar's going to go faster. But if you need a 100% heal, it's going to be a slight nerf, guys. I feel like I don't see that as being needed at all, but whatever. Death timers now scale up to 2% every minute at a cap of 150% at 50 minutes. It used to be that. Now it's 2% every 30 seconds to a cap of 150 at 47:30. Let me think of what this even means. I said that and I wasn't thinking when I said it. 2% every minute to a cap of 150. That's 2% every 30. Okay, so I feel like it's, what does that mean? It's worse to die now? Or it's, you know, as the game goes on progressively, it's going to be longer death times, if I read that right. So yeah. Okay. General context of objectives, minions, and global buffs. Doesn't really look like there's too much for you guys can read that on your own. I'm just reading like stat changes. Inhib and Nexus turrets. Health regen was 15 per 5, now it's 5 per 5, so sieging, that makes sieging a little bit better here where it's more effective to chunk down a turret and you don't have to worry about it, you know, oh, we didn't get that turret, we'll go back 5 minutes later, oh, it's full health again. Now the damage is going to stick for a longer time, so it'll make it easier for you to siege and have multiple sieges. Not every second. Yeah, I know that. With the fountain. Alright, attack speed, it got, what? 0.83 to 4.0. Am I reading that right? Are turrets just gonna like destroy now? What armor? Ignores 82.5% of target's armor. Damage reduction reduces target's damage dealt by 15%. Movement slow. Slows targets movement for 10